Hi, I'm Ricka Brandon, and this week's quick tip is how to use hiring plans to make sure you set yourself up to succeed. And I'll throw in a little bonus information on recruitment plans as well. So, for those of you who aren't familiar, a hiring plan is really that strategic intention of how many people are we going to add in the next 3 months, 6 months, or a year. Many companies look at it on an annual basis. But the reality is, we all know in business, things can change very rapidly. And what you thought you had a year to add, you might need to add in 6 months. And what you thought you would need in 6 months, you don't yet. So you have a little bit more time. But I want to talk a little bit about the important things and why it's worth creating that hiring plan when you're looking at growing your business and building a team. So, of course, the first thing is, we can drive from New York to California with just the headlights of our car. But if we don't know where we're going, we might end up in Texas, right? So I want you to really be thinking about the fact that we don't need to know every step of the plan, but we need to know our end goal. And is our end goal to hit X amount in sales? Is it to improve our customer retention? Is it to improve our customer service experience? Whatever that goal is, then we've identified what are the people we need to make sure we can actually achieve that, right? So that's kind of the first part of your hiring plan, is really getting clear about what the business goals are and what people you don't already have or what roles that you need to have. Now, you can fill that by promoting somebody internally, developing them, or of course, hiring from outside. But you really need to understand, to achieve your business goals, you have to have a plan for hiring. And if you don't have that, you're unlikely to be able to hit those goals, because it's easy to say, hey, I want you to grow 15% every year. But many leaders and owners don't realize that if you grow by 15% every year, which feels pretty manageable to many companies, you've doubled the size of your company in 5 years. So imagine that. That is a lot more operations. That's a lot more sales. That's a lot more customer service you need to be planning for. So if you want to be smart and strategic and set yourself up to succeed, you need to think about how you are going to actually power the machine that gets you to those goals. And that is often through people. Obviously, processes and automations and equipment have a huge part of that as well. But let's not kid ourselves. I'm partial to the people part. So that's the first thing. I want you to really be thinking about what you need to deliver on those business goals you're trying to achieve, so you can make sure that you're thinking ahead. The number two thing I want to share about hiring plans is it gives you the information and the opportunity to capitalize on a great person early if you need to. We all know that there's some people, we will find a spot for them on our team. They understand our industry, they understand our customer. We like them. We think we have like-minded approaches to problem solving. We're going to figure it out. Well, if you know that you're going to hire a sales manager in Q4, and an amazing sales manager that you can afford, who has all the right experience, shows up at the end of Q1, now you know, okay, I might be moving this up 6 months, but this is still part of our plan. And you can make an informed business decision about if you should in fact move it up, or maybe if they can wait till Q4. But lots of times, especially in the market we're in right now, being able to capitalize on those opportunities when great people show up at your doorstep is something you do not want to miss out on, right? You want to take that and you want to strike and get that great person on your team. The third reason that you should really think about hiring plans and executing on them is the fact that it gives you time to develop your internal employees. So let's say that you need that sales manager in Q4, but you've got somebody who is an average salesperson. Common mistake. The top salespeople often aren't that interested in being a sales manager. And so really ask them if they want to be a manager, not an individual contributor, and be responsible for other people hitting their goals versus hitting their own goal. So you might have a great person who has a real strong coach and mentor approach to sales, who is wired to be a people leader. And so if you do, it might be worthwhile to invest in that person and getting their skills up to speed, so you can have a sales manager who's already known and hopefully well liked by the sales team, who is wired to do the management. And also you have more time to develop them, right? So if you recognize that in December when you're doing a hiring plan, you have almost 9 months to develop that person and really vet your idea, because you should know by 6 months in if they're going to be able to step up and do it. Now, I would encourage you not to make public promises to them. I think, you might want to talk to them about their interest in management, giving them some chances to develop their skills. But we don't want to promise them that sales manager job unless we're certain they're going to be able to step up and rise to the occasion. So that's why it's really great to know what you need in the future, because you can look at your team and think, do I have the right person? And just maybe they're not in the right seat, or maybe they could be right for this seat. So I encourage you to do that. So those are the 3 reasons that I really encourage you to spend the time and think about a hiring plan to go along with those business goals and objectives, simply because of the fact that it's easy to think I'll handle it when we get there. But if we have learned anything about people and people challenges in the last few years, it is that being able to be strategic and think ahead, grow our own, and recognize we might need to start looking for that external hire a lot sooner than we used to are going to help you be able to quickly execute and get better results. So I hope this helps. I think this is so important, and we would love to support you in this. So I encourage you to use the link below and schedule a time to talk with somebody on my team about your hiring plans. And if you need to hire more people, or maybe you're just not sure. So it's a free call. Obviously, our goal is to help you understand your business and hiring challenges, and then support you to accelerate your results if we can. But either way, you get to talk to an expert about your hiring needs. And if we're right for you and want to work together closely, great. If not, you got some great advice for free. So I look forward to connecting with you, and happy hiring.